What if I told you that right now, somewhere in the world, scientists and engineers are building technologies so advanced that if you saw them with your own eyes, you probably wouldn't believe they're real. Not in 2050, not in the distant future, right now. And the craziest part is, these technologies aren't being loudly announced to everyone. They're quietly evolving, improving, waiting for the perfect moment to become part of your everyday life. So today, you're not just watching a video, you're stepping into a world where reality feels fake. And trust me, some of the things you're about to see might actually make you uncomfortable. Let's begin with something that looks simple, but completely changes how we interact with technology. Transparent phones. At first, it sounds like a gimmick, right? A phone you can see through? But think deeper. For decades, every device we've used has been built around one idea: a screen that separates us from the real world. But what if that screen disappears? Imagine holding a device that feels like a piece of glass, completely transparent, blending into your surroundings. You're no longer looking at a screen. You're looking through it. Now combine that with augmented reality. Information floating in front of buildings, messages appearing in mid-air, navigation directions layered directly onto the road in front of you. Your phone stops being a device and becomes part of your environment. And here's what's crazy. This isn't just a concept shown in tech demos. Companies have already created working prototypes, and while they're not in your pocket yet, they're closer than you think. But this raises a bigger question. If screens disappear, what replaces them? Now let's talk about something even more unsettling. Humanoid robots. For a long time, robots were easy to recognize. Metal bodies, mechanical movements, emotionless voices. But not anymore. Today, engineers are building robots that don't just look human. They feel human. They blink. They smile. They react. Some of them can hold conversations that feel almost natural. They can process emotions, analyze tone, and respond in ways that make you forget you're talking to a machine. Now imagine walking into a room, and there's someone sitting there. They look normal. They greet you. They talk to you. Everything feels real, until you realize they're not alive. That moment, when your brain struggles to accept what your eyes are seeing, that's called the uncanny valley. And we're getting dangerously close to crossing it. But here's where it gets even deeper. These robots aren't just being built for entertainment. They're being designed for customer service, healthcare, education, even companionship. Which leads to a question most people don't want to think about. If a machine can act human, listen to you, understand you, could it replace real human connection? Now let's move to a technology that's already starting to enter everyday life. Smart glasses powered by AI. 7. This is where things start to feel less like science fiction and more like a quiet revolution. Because unlike robots or brain chips, this is something you might actually use very soon. Imagine putting on a pair of glasses, and instantly, the world changes. Someone speaks to you in a foreign language, and you understand them instantly. No apps, no typing, no delay, just real-time translation, appearing right in front of your eyes. You're walking in a new city, and directions guide you step by step without ever looking at your phone, your notifications, your reminders, your digital life, all floating seamlessly in your vision. And the scary part? You stop noticing it. It becomes normal, just like smartphones once felt revolutionary and now feel ordinary. But here's the real shift. When technology moves from your hands to your eyes, it changes how you experience reality itself. Now let's talk about something that feels almost emotional. Hologram pets. 6. At first, it sounds strange. Why would anyone want a pet? That isn't real. But think about it. A pet that never gets sick, never ages, never dies. A companion that adapts to your mood, learns your behavior, and evolves with you over time. It reacts when you talk. It responds when you move. It feels present. And slowly, your brain starts to accept it as real. Now imagine this happening at a larger scale. People forming emotional bonds, not with humans, not with animals, but with artificial companions. And suddenly, technology isn't just changing how we live, it's changing how we feel. And now, we reach the most powerful and possibly the most dangerous technology on this list: brain chips. 4. This is where science fiction becomes reality in its purest form. A direct connection between your brain and a machine. No screens, no devices, no physical interaction. Just thought. Right now, brain-computer interfaces are being tested to help people with paralysis move again, to allow communication without speaking, to control computers using nothing but the mind. Think about the possibilities. Typing without touching a keyboard, playing games without a controller, sending messages just by thinking. But now, think about the risks. If a device can read your brain, can it also write to it? Can it influence your thoughts, your decisions, your memories? Where does control end and where does technology begin? And here's the truth no one talks about. All of these technologies, transparent devices, human-like robots, AI-powered vision, emotional holograms, brain interfaces, they're not separate. They're all pieces of something bigger, a future, where the line between human and technology completely disappears. So the next time you see something that feels impossible, something that looks like it belongs in a movie, take a second look, because chances are it's already real, and we're just catching up to it. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people, because understanding the future means you're ready for it. Make sure you subscribe, because the next video is going to explore something even deeper, the dark side of AI that no one is talking about. And trust me, that's where things get truly scary.